Welcome back to our journey through the Gateway to Wisdom. Today, we step into Proverbs chapter 17. As we move deeper into the collection of Solomon's Proverbs, we enter the realm of the interior life. This chapter acts as a mirror for our hearts, teaching us that true wealth is not found in a lavish feast, but in the peace of our relationships and the refining of our souls. Let's explore how these ancient truths navigate the muddled realities of our modern world. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 1. Solomon presents a radical scale of value. A dry crust, the simplest, most meager of meals, is worth more than a massive banquet if that banquet is served with conflict. Wisdom teaches that tranquility is the true metric of a successful home. In ancient Israel, a feast was a rare and sacred event. Today we live in a culture of abundance where feasting is constant, yet our tables are often crowded with digital distractions and relational stress. Proverbs reminds us that contentment is found in the quality of our peace, not the quantity of our possessions. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 3. Just as precious metals must endure intense heat to be purified, the Lord uses life's challenges as a refining pot for our character. Wisdom is not just data. It is the residue left behind after the dross of our pride has been burned away. We live in a microwave culture that seeks to avoid discomfort at all costs. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 3 invites us to embrace life's trials as a divine process, trusting that God is more interested in our character than our comfort. Whoever mocks the poor insults their maker. Whoever gloats over disaster will not go unpunished. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, the Lord detests them both. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 5 and 15. Wisdom is relational and deeply theological. Mockery of the marginalized is seen as a theological insult because every person bears the fingerprints of God. True justice requires a commitment to the objective moral order God used to build reality. Modern cancel culture often encourages us to gloat over the failures of those we dislike. Solomon warns that this is an abomination, reminding us that our treatment of others is a direct act of worship or defiance toward our Creator. Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 9 and 17. Solomon defines perfect friendship not by convenience but by sacrifice. To cover an offense means prioritizing the relationship over the desire to be right. A true friend is a tree of life, who stands firm when the storms of life arrive. In the age of followers and transactional connections, we often measure friendship by utility. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17 celebrates the covenant-faithful friend who loves at all times, reminding us that genuine connection is forged in the furnace of shared struggle. A rebuke goes deeper into one who has understanding than 100 blows into a fool. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 10. This is a primary wisdom test. How do we react to being told we are wrong? A wise person possesses a teachable spirit that values growth over ego. For the fool, even the harshest consequences fail to penetrate their moral obtuseness. Today's self-validated culture often views criticism as a personal attack. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 10 teaches that the ability to receive a rebuke is a sign of heroic strength and the true path to maturity. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22. Solomon reveals the psychosomatic power of the spirit. A heart rightly related to God produces an internal joy that promotes physical well-being. Conversely, a spirit crushed by bitterness or despair has a literal, debilitating effect on the body. While modern medicine focuses on chemistry, Proverbs points us to the interior state. In an age of high anxiety, Solomon reminds us that good news and a heart at peace are essential for our literal health. The one who has knowledge spares his words, and the one who has understanding is of a calm spirit. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. Proverbs chapter 17 verses 27 to 28. Wisdom is characterized by a cool spirit of restraint. Precision in speech, knowing when to hold the tongue, prevents unnecessary strife. Silence acts as a mask for the fool and a mark of intelligence for the wise. In our world of constant hot takes and unfiltered social media reactions, we are pressured to speak on everything. Solomon's advice is counterintuitive. True knowledge is demonstrated by the ability to spare words. Proverbs chapter 17 tells us that the heart is the center of our skill for living. It promises that if we seek peace, choose loyal friends, and remain teachable, we find life indeed. Which area of your life, your home, your words, or your heart, needs the healing tongue of wisdom today? Subscribe and join us next time as we explore the strong tower of chapter 18.